My employee is having an affair with a married coworker AAM. I was scrolling through Ask a Manager today and found this post. I thought OOP's response, especially to Alex, was excellent. I am not OOP. The original post is on askamanager.org. Allison's response has been removed per her repost requests. The links to the posts and responses are below. Trigger warnings. Infidelity. Mood spoiler. OOP is a great manager but cheaters suck. Less than. Original post on AAM. May 9, 2017. I am having trouble deciding where to draw the line between personal business and professional business here, and I'm hoping you can weigh in with some advice on how much responsibility I have to get involved. In this situation, I am a director at mid-size company where I manage 10 managers, each of whom manages between 10-20 employees. One of the managers, I'll call her Anna, is single and attractive, and frequently catches the eye of our male clients and even some colleagues. She has always brushed off the attention quickly and it has never been an issue. Anna is very personable and her management style is unique in that her employees feel very comfortable sharing details of their lives they don't always share with the rest of the team. But she is always very professional and they still respect her as their manager. I've always admired this about her. I know firsthand that it can be difficult to strike the right balance. And she always has until now. About a year ago, another manager hired an employee, I'll call him Alex, who seems to have hit it off with Anna. Their jobs are such that the two departments don't need to interact much, if ever, professionally. And our company has no policy against office relationships as long as a manager is not involved with someone they supervise. This isn't the case with Alex and Anna, and so they aren't in violation of any policy. Furthermore, they continue to behave professionally around each other at work, though it's obvious they've hit it off. They go off-site together for lunch often, are constantly in each other's offices during downtime, etc. They've never done anything that in itself would concern me as her supervisor, though I already suspected they were more than friends. This was recently confirmed when I was with Anna in a meeting. She left the table, leaving her phone in plain sight, and I saw a message from Alex that began with, "Hey babe, I'm so glad I got to spend the night with my lips against yours." I noticed that she has since changed the privacy settings so that her texts don't display on her phone, so maybe she realized that I'd seen it, and at the very least, I know it won't happen again. Anyway, Alex and Anna's private relationship isn't the issue. The issue here is that I happen to know Alex is married because he and his wife live down the street from me. He never wears his wedding ring at work or speaks of his wife and children that I know he has. And I have a strong feeling that Anna doesn't know. She and I are not close enough that I'd feel comfortable approaching her to tip her off as just a friend, nor do I think it would be appropriate as her boss. After all, she very well may know this is an affair and be okay with it. But I really do not believe that's the case because he's been unusually mum about them at work. There's also not really any situation in which I could casually ask Alex about his wife in front of Anna either. As her supervisor, do you have any advice? I worry that it could tarnish her reputation at work if people learn she engaged in an affair with a married man at her office. But is that really my place to say something? Or should I just assume that Anna will deduce this on her own? Surely there will be red flags. What would you do? For what it's worth, Alex seems to be an exceptional employee and a likable guy. That doesn't mean I support what he's doing in his personal life. But I know people do things for all sorts of reasons we can't possibly know from the outside. And I don't hold this against him professionally at all. Click here to see Allison's response. Update May 30, 2017. Thanks so much for publishing my question and for attempting to provide some solutions. As fate would have it, I didn't have to decide what to do. After my letter was published, the story took a strange twist. Somehow, I'd missed your email response that my letter was being published, so I was quite surprised when I stumbled onto your site to find it. I was actually reading the comments in response when Anna came into my office. From where she was standing, my screen reflected onto the glass wall adjacent to her, and she apparently caught a glimpse of the title. She didn't say anything to me at the time, but later that day, she emailed me to ask if she could set up a private meeting with an HR representative and me. I fully expected this to be about her having to terminate an employee or some other standard office business. But it turns out, she wanted to disclose her relationship with Alex as a result of seeing the letter. The way this happened was that she basically opened the meeting by saying that she'd seen the headline on my computer and worried I'd been searching for an answer online for how to address the relationship between her and Alex. She then explained that she became romantically involved with Alex not knowing his marital status, but that she'd found out on her own a while back and chose to continue the relationship as gracefully as anyone can in these circumstances. She admitted that while it sounds awful, the awkward truth is that she and Alex are still involved in an affair. She said that seeing the letter I was reading was enough to let her know that at least one person was likely already onto them, and that she felt that, awkward as it may be, she needed to disclose this to HR so that, if someone did start treating her differently as a result, it was on the record that she was aware that people knew about the affair and had good reason to treat her differently. Our HR representative was as speechless as I was. I imagine he isn't approached often to formally document affairs, but we both managed to carefully avoid passing any judgment as we realize it isn't our jobs to decide whether someone's private relationship is appropriate so long as it doesn't impact their job performance. We told Anna as much, and I later advised that she and Alex should continue to act professionally at work and be sure to avoid any real or perceived work conflicts. Something I'd say to any employee involved in an office romance, regardless of whether it is an affair. I received an email from Alex later that day in which he thanked me for my cooperation, which nauseated me. I replied, "There's no need to thank me. I am simply complying with the company's flexible fraternization policy, which does not prohibit you from having a personal relationship with anyone except your direct supervisor or higher. Please do not mistake my professionalism for cooperation or any sort of personal endorsement of the relationship. Because you are not my direct report, I see no need for you and I to discuss this matter any further. And because of the awkward position this puts me in as both an executive with the company and your neighbor. Let's be safe and include HR in all future professional correspondence between us for the time being. Take care." He hasn't responded, and Anna and I haven't spoken of the matter again. I wonder if I should have replied to Alex at all, or if I handled my response appropriately given that I have to take a neutral stance in the office. I'd be curious to know if you would have handled receiving Alex's email differently. So anyway, there's that. Turns out, Anna does know what she's doing. I figured readers would want to know. And for those who were curious about how I knew it was him that texted her, let's just say his real first and last name are unusual enough that there was no doubt. And the fact that he didn't wear his wedding band at work but did elsewhere signaled to me that just maybe he had something to hide and that this wasn't open. Allison's response here. Reminder, I am not oop. I sincerely hope Alex's wife found out and left his ass. Discretion was the word Buddy was looking for. When someone condones your indiscretion without participating in it, then you are benefiting from their discretion, not their cooperation. That stone-cold yet professional reply from Oop to Alex was a work of art. I'm glad she sent it, and made sure to cover her bases in mentioning HR as well. Crazy how the situation unfolded. But makes things simpler for Oop that she wasn't the one to report or disclose the affair. Cooperation, wow. The answer was amazing, and I know it could never be me. What would happen if the company had a family day and all spouses were invited? Oop handled it as best they could in a messy situation they shouldn't have gotten dragged into. Ooh. This manager mailed the email reply to Alex. I could taste the disdain. Was not expecting the twist but love that the HR meeting was called because she saw the manager was posting online for help. Feel so sorry for the non-cheating neighbor. I wonder if there's a way the manager can let them know in a way that doesn't blow back on them. But doubt it. I wonder what's happened since the last update. I can't imagine the disappointment Oop feels towards Anna. Alex isn't the only one with a lot to lose. And I genuinely don't care about him cause he sounds like a boss. But she'd really jeopardize her career for a cheater who initially lied to her. I could not have been as professional as Oop during that HR meeting. The reply to Alex was perfection. Anna is a trash bag for knowingly sleeping with a married man. But Alex is the absolute worst in this story. Risking your marriage and your kids' stability on a cheap affair is so low down and dirty that I really felt disgusted reading that update. They are both scum and his wife and kids deserve better. I don't understand how anyone could ever have trust in a relationship when they're part of an affair. At that point you already know they're willing to cheat. It makes no sense to me. The bad thing is that even though Alex and Anna are both great employees, Alex is the one who kept his marriage a secret, hid his ring, no mention of family, etc. As an employer, it would make you question his integrity. If someone could go out of their way to cheat by lying and deceiving someone who trusts them, what would make you think that as an employee they wouldn't betray or hurt the company in some way? I sure hope that it's not the type of company that values loyalty and confidentiality. Oop's response was amazing. My guess is that the wife is still in the dark. It is not on the Oop to deal with that either, but I feel for her. Yeah. If people who worked for me were engaging in an affair while one of them was still married with children, I would definitely be wondering what else their lax morals are affecting that could blow up in my face. Cheaters are probably going to cheat about other stuff. Let karma get to them. Lol, I would have sent an anonymous tip from a burner phone to his wife. But that's just me. Hey, your husband has been banging a chick named Anna at his office. Do not confront BC, you won't get proof. But hire a pie and you will have proof. Wow, I can imagine some major wife going scorched earth on this company if it comes out their affair was blessed by HR. I'm not saying legally they are doing anything wrong, but the PR on something like that is complicated at best. Means the Oop can easily separate the personal and professional stance here by just telling the wife about the affair rather than the hour, because now his professional life is not involving their affair nor he is moral policing, but telling the wife about the affair is just helping another human being C2 pricks. It's easy to not be a moral police as well as separate your professional and personal life. This is nuts. The poor wife. I think Oop handled it as well as she could have. And like, her response was amazing. I want more updates already. Aw. How much blowback could be had from informing Alex's wife about the affair? Does that breach company protocols to inform someone's wife that their spouse is cheating on them with someone else from work? If you can't do anything about it at work, take it to home. I can only dream of having OOP's stone-cold demeanor when replying to work emails. That was perfection. My skin is crawling. I so hope Alex's wife finds out about this and takes him to the cleaners. And screw you, Anna. I was starting to like you. What a disappointment.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.